Now let's talk about Syria. The most recent parliamentary elections secured Bashar al-Assad's political party Al-Ba'ath's majority in parliament. Now these were the first elections after Syria was welcomed back in the Arab League. We tell you more in this report.
Syrians voted this week in the country's parliamentary election. Over 1,000 candidates contested for 250 seats on Monday. In the results that were announced on Thursday, Syrian President Bashar al-Assad's Ba'ath party clinched a clear majority. The voter turnout, though better than the last, was still abysmal. Compared to 33% in the 2020 polls, 38% of the 19 million voters cast their ballot in over 8,000 government-held areas of the country. Head of Syria's Supreme Judicial Elections Committee announced the winners without specifying which party prevailed in the polls.
The election results reflect the broadcast representation of the Syrian people in their various groups and sectors. The winners of membership in the new People's Assembly possess the competencies, various experiences and social standing which allow the new assembly to work on its national role in its fullest.
After election officials raised concerns over irregularities, voting took place for the second time in several districts including Aleppo, Latakia, Hama and Dara. There had been claims that voters cast their ballot twice in many areas. The voting was generally peaceful, but gunfire was reported in Syria's southern Swida province that saw frequent anti-government protests in the past as well. This was Syria's fourth election since the civil war erupted in 2011, and the first after Syria was welcomed back into the fold of the Arab League last year.
We urge candidates to take responsibility for their slogans. I saw one that reads, "Towards a prosperous Syrian economy." Good. Now show me what you will do and stand by your electoral manifesto.
Recently, Syria and neighboring Turkey started efforts to reset their ties. Syrian President Assad said he will meet his Turkish counterpart Recep Erdogan if Ankara stopped its support to terrorism and pulled out its troops from Syria. After the outbreak of the Syrian civil war, Turkey severed ties with the country in 2011. At the time, Turkey supported rebels looking to oust Assad. The Syrian leader, to date, sees the rebels as terrorists. But years later, the situation remains tense in rebel-held areas in northeastern Syria. Amid fast-drying international funding, a growing number of impoverished families are struggling to secure water as conditions continue to deteriorate.
We have been deprived of relief baskets, bread and all other aid. And now we're being deprived of water as well. It's like they are trying to kill us slowly, to finish us off. Water is life.
Syria's Harim General Hospital, that serves over 300,000 people, is at risk of closing. The UN says 160 health facilities, including 46 hospitals, will be forced to suspend operations in June if funding doesn't increase.
Unfortunately, since the beginning of 2024 and until now, support has stopped for 31 health facilities, including 14 hospitals. Almost all financial aid has stopped. Unfortunately, these large number of facilities with no financial support have created a lot of pressure on the health facilities in places where support has not stopped. This is leading to a decline in the quality of service, in addition to the enormous pressure on other health facilities.
By May, just 6% of the United Nations appeal for aid to Syria in 2024 was funded. This leaves millions of people struggling for even the most basic needs.